This is another video about the development of my survival game. This time I'm gonna talk a little bit about the scenario I currently have and the 3D models. In the corner in the description I leave the complete playlist about this project in case you're interested to start watching from the beginning. Consider subscribing to follow this project. I'm making the world in Blender. For the moment it doesn't have anything visually interesting, it's just this space to walk around and test. Although at a technical level it does have some details that can be interesting, at least for a nerd like me. For example, I dragged the Blender file directly to the Unity scene, and this allows me, among other things, to modify the original 3D model in Blender, save the changes, and those changes are automatically applied in Unity. In my opinion, the key to get the most out of this is to avoid as much as possible to modify the model in Unity. For example, move objects here in Unity instead of doing it in Blender. Change the components or add scripts to them, because that will gradually break the connection with the original model, and there may come a time when some changes we make in Blender will no longer be applied automatically. And due to the need of not modifying objects in Unity, I created an add-on for Blender and another add-on for Unity to help me import the models according to my needs. For example, let's suppose that for some reason I want that this mountain does not produce shadows. Here in Unity, what I could do is to select the model of the mountain and in the inspector change the cast shadows parameter to off, and this disables the shadows for that particular 3D model. The problem, as I was saying, is that by doing it in that way, we are introducing a change to the original Blender model. This blue mark is telling us that, and this is what I want to try to avoid at all costs, at least for the models that at some point will be important. If I want to disable the shadow of a specific 3D model, I can do it with the help of my add-ons. I go to Blender, select the 3D model, go to my add-ons tab, and click Disable Shadows. Save the changes, go back to Unity, and now that specific 3D model does not produce shadows. But Unity considers that this is the way the original 3D model is, because in some way it was imported like this. Using my add-on I can do a lot of other things like adding components, specific scripts, or I can even set properties in those scripts. It's a super useful tool that I'm gonna improve over time and use it in all my projects. Another interesting thing I'm experimenting with is to make the grass model automatically stick to the ground with a certain height, using this shrink wrap modifier, which can be quite handy to easily cover different areas of grass. Although at the moment in some places it produces bad results. These are all the 3D models that I have added to the game so far. To be completely honest, the artistic part is very difficult for me. I thought it was a good idea to use low resolution textures. They are all 256 by 256 pixels, but the result still depends on the UV mapping of the models. That is, how those pixels are distributed in the 3D model. Maybe I will need to adjust the UV map to keep some relationship between the different models and achieve something that at some point could be considered an artistic style. We have a tree. These are collectible items that you can have in your inventory. In case it's not clear, it's a trunk, carrot, an apple, an acorn, stone, gold coin, and a stick. Here we have a chest to store items, a campfire that would be a craftable element, and finally this slime which has a jump animation when you hit play. I hope you like it so far. Don't forget to subscribe to keep track of this project, and I'll see you in the next video.